Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope every one of you are doing great. It was just a debriefing that I wanted to really do of the whole thing that I really learned. Okay, there are a lot of tasks I do on a daily basis, but it's about the thing that I've learned, and I would like to share it with all of you because sharing is caring, my friend, and sharing helps not just for you to get the information, but also for me to retain the information. I was just listening to General Yes More, and he well mentioned the problem that every household is facing. What is that? Family conflict. And the basic thing is, you are not unique, guys. Okay, where there's a family, where there's a group of people living in or living under the same roof, the family conflicts are bound to happen. The major thing is how do we handle it, and he mentioned it very well. Obviously, it's the role of a counselor, and sometimes you don't really need a counselor. You just have to be aware, you just have to lower down your ego, you just have to evade the situation. And I have told this to multiple people I've met in life, because there will be times, okay, when you will be having toxic environment within your house, okay, even though it was not your choice, but now you are a part of that family. Whether you don't like your mother, whether you don't like your brother, you don't talk with your sisters, XYZ family members, your chacha and nan, but now you are part of that family. Okay, what you can do most is to mitigate the conflict. Okay, you cannot be changing the other person. It's always you who has to take initiative, who has to either evade the situation or to mitigate the situation. This is what you want to do, and there are a lot of steps that you can do, okay, that will give you personal satisfaction. At the same time, the other person's will not ever affect you. Okay, and that is the major thing. How do you handle family crisis? Okay, we are bound to have family members in our home. Definitely those who are privileged to have loving, caring parents, okay, definitely they're doing great, but not everyone has the same surrounding. Okay, I've met number of people who say my parents, my father is toxic, my mother is toxic, both of my parents are toxic, I don't talk with my brother, I have no contact with my family members, and all sort of things we see. Okay, and definitely it's not your fault, but at the same time, what I can say is all up to you. How do you take up the situation? First and foremost, Major General Sir mentioned, he's not a psychologist, by the way, but a very wise, experienced veteran who have served in the armed forces for a long term, and he has retired as Major General. And what a personality he is. He's changing out people's mind, he's inspiring youth, he's directing the youth, he's guiding or mentoring the youth of this country toward a better self, not just becoming an officer, but a better person, a wise person, a proactive person. Okay, and definitely I was under him, and still under him, and it's always better to hear from him on a daily basis. Okay, he's not a psychologist, he's not a counselor, but wisdom speaks for itself. Okay, so he was talking about family conflict. First and foremost thing is lowering down your ego. We all have egos. Okay, we all know we all have egos, but what happens in the family scenario, you have to lower down your ego sometimes for your own mental peace. Okay, it's not for the other person to win or you to lose. Okay, don't see as a win or lose situation. Just focus on yourself. Focus that your ego is kept under the shadow for a time. It doesn't mean you are a weak, you are a timid person. It means you want your peace more than anything other. Because argument, when you do arguments, na, it exaggerates. When you counterpoint someone, it exaggerates automatically. So the best way to counter an argument is you don't speak at all. Silence is the best answer sometimes. So for that also, sometimes what happens is most of people have ego. Even I have ego, you have egos, okay? And that ego burst out whenever someone comments us, someone criticizes us, someone try to demean us. That ego comes and we start arguing, okay? So start working on that ego, and it will come with practice, okay? And that is for your own personal benefit. Second, communicate. Communication is the very important part. I'm not talking to communicate to a larger audience. I'm trying to tell communicate with your family members. Be assertive. Second thing that comes with communication is being assertive. You take, you tell them what your problem is. If you don't want to join IIM, you don't want to join IIT, you want to be part of NDA, but your parents are forcing you. No, go be an MBBS doctor, be an engineer. Don't go for ND. Make them aware. Be assertive. Tell them why do you want to join. Make them believe that you will do great in this profession. Even if you don't, you will not regret it. So this is how you communicate. If you never communicate, guys, no, what happens is that those things remains within your head. Those things remain within you, and will somehow traumatize you, or with guilt and regret, and that can cause a lot of problems. The second thing is you work on your communication thing. Third thing, always manage relationship. Work and life balance are uh, always preferable. And this is the third one I've got from myself, okay? Because I could not recall a lot of points. As sir said, mentioned a lot of points, okay? And that are so well equipped and so well mentioned. And that is the fact of our society, that everyone is having conflict, okay? Everyone is having conflict. Brothers and brothers are having conflict for property. People are not talking well with their parents. Parents are being toxic sometimes. A lot of things are happening in our current society, and especially when it comes to nuclear family, people are having a lot of problems. So he mentioned them, okay? So problem is not an issue. There has been a problem, there will be problem, but the major thing is how do you solve the problem? How do you find out solution? How do you execute? Third is maintaining work-life balance. Sometimes what happens is you are so much into the work thing that you do not give enough time to your family members, your parents, or whether your partner, whether it's children, and that sometimes create that barrage, okay? That sometimes create that gap of communication between your loved ones, and that sometimes would not be very great if you really want to have to avoid conflict, because conflict will bound happen, okay? If you don't share information, if you are not managing time, because everybody, family is what? Family is the people that are close to you, okay? Either genetically, either maybe not. Not many of people may feel that. I've also heard people saying that my genetic family is not that good, but my chosen one, okay, those people whom I meet later, they become my family, and that's good. That's also good. That's nothing bad about that, okay? But you cannot do anything. That real family will be a real family, okay? There are three things, I think, okay? And someone said it. It's not my point. That family, I would say first and foremost is your family, your father, mother, brother, and your life partner. These are all destined. So don't waste your time, okay? So that's the important thing. So don't waste your time chasing for love, guys. You are destined. And so I've heard this, okay? And I firmly believe that happens. You are destined to be with whom you want to be. Just you have to sometime walk your way out. So that was it, guys. Okay, the three things you need to work on, and there are other things too. And first and foremost thing, if you don't take care of yourself, you do not take care of people around you. That's the fourth and important thing from my side, okay? That if you don't care for yourself, if you are not physically fit, you're not mentally well, you're socially isolated, you're financially not good, how gonna you handle the family conflict? How you gonna handle the responsibility? How do you manage those relationships? Okay, so start taking care of this thing. So there are 4 points that I've mentioned in this 8-minute video. First and foremost, sometime lower down your ego, okay? Second, communicate, be assertive. Third, managing work life and personal life, okay? And the fourth is taking care of yourself. So with that, I would just like to end today's video. It was just a good session. Just wanted to recall something. At the same time, I think I'm improving on my communication skills, and it feels really good. With time, it's all about improvement, and this video definitely, if reaches you, try to follow these 4 things, because these are the real things, okay? Because you may be a wonderful professional, you may be a wonderful doctor, you may be a wonderful engineer, but these little things will make your life more beautiful, more satisfying, more, I would say, purposeful. So with that, I would just like to end my topic for today is trying to manage or handle the house or home conflict. So with that, I would just like to thank all of my beautiful viewers, beautiful audience, attentive audience for listening to me, and try not to forget to apply these little things in your life. This will help you a lot. And psychology says this, life says this. So thank you guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.